be doing the video in the care package series that's going to talk about customs forms. You don't have to worry about customs forms if you're sending to a service member in the US. This is only if you're sending to somewhere overseas. And so if you're sending within the United States, you don't have to worry about this. So if you didn't end up ordering the supplies that I talked about in the first care package video, then you can just pick these up at the post office. Most post offices have them pretty easily accessible. You can just walk in and pick them up. I do recommend, at least for a while you're getting used to filling these out, picking up a good handful of these. I usually pick up 5 to 10 every time I'm at the post office, just because they are on this carbon paper. And so if you make a mistake on this first page while you're filling it out, you really can erase your mistake and start over because it's already copied onto the other pages. So really your only option is to get a new customs form and start over. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a lot of these on hand so that you're able to fill these out and get them ready to send your care package out. So this is what they look like. This first page and then the back is just instructions, and you're basically going to ignore these because they are for locations that aren't necessarily an APO or FPO address, and the way that you fill them out is not in any way the way that the instructions describe, so you don't want to follow these instructions. So you're basically going to ignore these, and then once you get past the second page, this is what the customs form look like. And it has all of these different boxes, and I'll explain how to fill each of these out in just a second. But basically, the thing that you need to know that's most important about these customs forms is that you have to press really hard when you're filling these out. You don't want to press lightly because whatever you're writing on this first page has to copy onto the pages underneath it. So you want to press fairly hard. I mean, you don't want to rip the paper or anything, but you want to press hard enough so that it's going to transfer onto the pages underneath. So this is what it's kind of going to look like. You're not going to have all of these marked out boxes, but I'll just go by box. So everything that's highlighted in yellow is information about you. That's all stuff that you're going to put about the sender. You're going to put your last name in this first box and then your first name. And you can put your middle initial, but you don't have to. It's not required. And then this next box that's all blocked off is business. You're not going to fill that out unless you are an actual business sending to someone overseas, but that's a completely different video and it's a lot more complicated. So unless you're a business, you don't need to worry about that, and you're just going to leave it blank. Next box, you're going to put your street address, so the number of your house and the name of your street. Or if you have a P.O. box, you're going to put that there. And then your city, your state, and your zip code in the next box. And then down here, this box is actually optional. I always fill it out though, just to be safe. Down here, you're going to put your phone number or email address. And then everything in this pink highlighting down here is about your service member. So the most important thing to remember about where it's highlighted in pink is you want to put the address in here exactly how your service member gave it to you. You're going to ignore whatever the label says on here, with the exception of these first two. But after that, you're going to put it exactly how your service member gave the address to you so that you make sure that it gets to them. So in this first box, you're going to put their rank and their last name, and then their first name in this next box. And then down here, where it says business, you're going to put whatever they put on the line, whatever they told you to put on the line underneath their name. And then after that, what they told you to put underneath that line. And finally, in this box where it says postcode, you're going to put the APO or FPO, and then the identifiers, so for example AE, and then the zip code. You're basically going to put exactly what your service member told you for that last line, all in this last box. That's all going to fit in there. You don't want to put anything in these boxes where it says city, state, province, or country, because then it's going to get outside of the military mail system and it's going to cause a delay, or your package may not get there at all. So you don't want to put anything in these boxes here. And then this next section is where you put the description of your items and the quantity of your items that are in your care package. Now, if you read the instructions, it tells you to put only one per line, and then to put the quantity, the weight, and the value of each item on one line. You don't have to do that. You can put as many items as you can fit on this line, and all you have to worry about is putting the quantity after the item. And you don't have to put it over here. You just put it right after the item in parentheses, and then a comma, and then the next item. And the instruction says to be very specific, but basically you just don't want to be very vague. So if you're sending a box of food, you don't just want to say food, or you don't just want to say snacks. You want to be a little bit specific. So if you're sending crackers, you want to put crackers right here. And then how many boxes or bags of crackers you're sending. Let's say you're sending 2 boxes of Cheez-Its, so you're going to put crackers and then 2. Or if you're sending toiletries, say that you're sending baby wipes, you're sending 3 packages of baby wipes, so you're going to put baby wipes and then 3 in parentheses. So it's not too hard, and you want to keep going like that until all of these lines are filled. You don't have to put every single item on here. You just want to get the main ones, or the ones that you think that customs might be worried about. And then in this next box right here, you're going to mark gift because it's something personal from you. And that's all you really have to worry about in this box. You don't have to worry about anything in this box. And then right here is where the postmaster is going, when you take the package into the post office, they're going to weigh it and put the weight of the package right here. So you don't have to worry about that part, they'll fill that out for you. And then finally on this part, you're going to estimate the value of everything in your package. So it doesn't have to be exact, but you're just going to want to estimate it and put it in this box right here. And then under here, you just sign your name and put the date, and you're almost done. You don't really have to worry about anything on this side except for this box. This box is going to dictate to them what you want to happen to the package if it's not able to be delivered to your service member. So you have 3 choices. Your first choice is to treat it as abandoned, in which case it would be donated to charity. I usually mark that box if it's mostly food because I'm not too worried about getting that back. The second box is return to sender. I would recommend checking that box if there's anything really valuable or anything sentimental in your package. That way you make sure that the package gets back to you. And then the last option is to redirect to the address below. That's if you want to send it somewhere else besides you, or if you don't want it to be abandoned. But I would recommend choosing one of these 2 options, the first 2 options. And then you don't have to worry about this top section. And this section right here, when you take it into the post office, the postmaster is going to put a stamp here that tells you where the package was sent from and the date that it was sent. So that's all you really have to worry about. It's not too hard. It can be a little scary at first, but once you fill out a few and get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So I'm going to link a couple of websites below that have some detailed information on filling out customs forms, and hopefully if anything was unclear in this video or you still have questions, you will find some answers at those websites. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!